I'm an accountant by day that helps business owners plan for their taxes, clean up their books, and understand what their numbers are telling them. So I created Forecast because it's important for you to understand what your numbers mean and how they affect your decisions in life. Because after all, what is left over for the owners is what pays your personal bills. All right, first things first, we're going to click this arrow to open up the Forecast application. This is a Chrome extension that builds right into your Google Chrome. All you have to do is click this icon or click this arrow to open it up. And what we're going to do is we're going to click the hamburger icon to open up our forecast templates. And we'll start with the first one, the profit and loss template, because it's my favorite. So the first thing you want to do is name it. In this case, I'm going to name mine DK Inc. Q4 2022 projection. As soon as you have the projection name, you're able to save the projection so that you can refer back to it. Now I've recorded all of my transactions through September. You can see January through September 2022. So I have a good idea of what my numbers are for the first 3 quarters. And so in this first column, I'm going to use Q1 through Q3. And that's the numbers I'm going to input in this first column for sales, cost of goods sold, overhead, etc. Or you can put a description like year to date through September. Whatever you want to organize in this first column. So your P&L in QuickBooks, as an example, $759,100 of sales for the first 9 months. And your cost to make those sales was $267,800. And you'll see it calculate automatically for us. That means our gross profit is $491,000. Cost of goods sold is 35%, and our gross profit is 64%. Now, if we keep going down, our overhead during that 9-month period was $365,000. So my net operating income before any odd income or expense items was $125,600 for that 9-month period. Now, the last 3 months of the year are brutal for my business. We're usually only able to bring in about $200,000 for the last 3 months of the year at a similar profit margin. So that means cost of goods sold are about $70,600. You can see our similar profit margins here, which leaves only about $129,000 before your overhead. So unfortunately, overhead is still going to be $40,000 for the next 3 months. So that means that we're only going to walk away. with about $9,400 in the last 3 months of the year. And that's really powerful to know. If you have other income and expense items that don't belong in your normal overhead expenses, you can input those by typing in the name and clicking the plus button to add it. We can type in credit card, cash back. Type in the plus sign, and you can add $100, which will add to your net income for that period. Other expenses, furniture purchase. That'll be $5,000 at the end of the year, which decreases our net income during that period. And let's make sure that we save this projection. And another thing, if you're somewhere where you don't want everyone seeing your forecasts, totally understand. Just hit that mask button and no one will know what you're going to profit from your business. So now that you've unmasked, we know that your net income available will be about $135,000. So let's see how much of that money will be available to you as the owner. So we're going to hit the back arrow. We're going to hit the hamburger again and open up the cash flow projection. Now I'll name the projection DK Inc. Q4 cash flow. And I'll input Q1, Q3 as the column header. So my ending cash at the end of Q3, which is 9/30, was $73,000. And we know that we have income projected for the rest of the year of $9,400. There are still 3 months of debt payments to make on a business loan. So that's $4,000 per month or $12,000 total. I'll put business loan times 3 months. Now you can see how that significantly reduces our ending cash. And you expect to take out about $5,000 per month yourself. Owner draw 5K times 3. So that's another $15,000 out of the bank. And you'll need $35,000 for the taxes that you'll owe personally. Personal taxes. So that's $20,400 as your ending cash at 12/31, which isn't great with overhead of $40,000 per month, but at least that you know that you can swing it. So play around with these scenarios to see if you can afford to take on debt payments and to understand better where your money is going in the business. The last projection template we have is the wage projection. This is where you can project what you will make and have withheld for taxes at the end of the year. So type in DK Inc. W-2 wages. I get paid every 2 weeks, so I'll choose every 2 weeks. My last pay stub is 05/25/2022, which means that there are 15 pay periods left. And on my last pay stub, I earned a salary of $41.66, and I had federal taxes withheld of $1,000, state taxes of $130, and local of $42. That was at my last pay stub, my last pay period. And in total for the year, including my 5/25 pay stub, I earned $45,826, $11,000 in taxes withheld, $1430 in state, and $4620 in local. So now I know at the end of the year, I will have earned $108,000, had $26,000 paid into the IRS, $3380 to the state, and just shy of $1,100 paid into local. So if I need to increase my withholding a bit, I can increase my federal withholding to $1,500. And now I'm projected to have $33,500 withheld by the end of the year. There's so much power in having this kind of knowledge and information so far in advance.